Hey guys, Abel Macias here, the Bootstrap Rainmaker, and today I have an awesome message for you guys. A proven listing promotion system that will sell your listings faster without having to get one of those expensive lead packages. Okay, this is going to be one of the topics that I cover really in depth in my upcoming training, the Property Listing Accelerator. So be on the lookout for that. Alright, so what is this proven listing promotion system that will help you sell your listings faster without having one of those expensive lead packages from places like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, or Redfin, right? All right, so before we dive into this though, guys, if you know anyone who would benefit from this message, please share this video down below, or better yet, tag their name in the comments down below. That way they get notified. See, what happens is when you guys share this, it lets me know that you guys like this topic or like these types of videos, and I'll be making more cool videos just like this. All right? Does that sound fair? All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. So, what's this proven listing promotion system that gets us away from these prepaid buyer lead packages from Zillow and Realtor, Trulia? Well, Trulia not so much anymore. Redfin, that's another one. All right, so we're going to jump right in and just start weighing the two things. What are the pros and cons, right? The pros, all right, if let's say you're a short-term agent, and I've worked with these agents, and nothing against them. Sometimes I come across an agent that says this: they want to become one of my clients, and they tell me, straight out, they're using real estate as a stepping stone to something else. Maybe they want to get into investing or real estate development. And really, they're just using it as a stepping stone. Okay, in that case, then yes, buying lead packages from Zillow and Realtor, Realtor.com, that would work for them. All right, it's quick and it's easy. You just have to purchase those things, even though they are super expensive. It's quick and easy. You can do that quickly. They don't have to learn anything. You don't have to really learn anything at all. All right, you're just in there. You're in and out. You don't have to learn anything. Here's my money. Send me a handful of leads, all right? And let's say you're a for sale by owner, right? Well, then again, those type of solutions would work because you really don't need to learn that skill. You just need to get your home sold once, right? But let's say here's the other side of it, all right? The markup on a lead for those companies is usually about 500% and up. Now, I've been doing this for about 10 years as an agent, and I've been doing it for about 8 years with clients, all right? And I know this for a fact, okay? For every lead you get, for what you would pay if you generated that lead, you're paying about 500% on the markup. It's a big markup. Now, leads are going to be shared. Don't get fooled by this, okay? Even exclusive does not exist with those giants. It does not fit into their model. It can't. It will never will, right? They will resell a lead over and over and over again. In other words, they're shared leads. If you're going to get a lead, guess what? There's probably 3 or 4 other agents at minimum that are also getting that lead, and you got to compete with those other agents. Okay, a lot of them. In fact, I would say all of them are limited by territory. If you didn't get in, back in 5 years ago when they opened up a territory by zip code, then you just can't target them. You end up having to target that zip code way out there in the boonies that no one wants to move to, and that's the only thing that you have available. Okay. The other thing is you can't scale by lead volume. Again, because they share the leads so much, you can't scale. You can't be one day, okay, I want more leads. Well, turns out there's no territories available, and again, even if I do have a lead, I'm going to share it. So you can't scale the lead. It's really hard to grow. All right. Now here is the next one. Okay, you are not developing your number one skill. Now, I can't tell you how important that is, because if you are in it for the long haul, all right, if you are in it if you're in it for the long haul, and this is going to be your career, okay, you need to develop this number one skill, because this is the skill that every agent needs to know in order to succeed. They need to know how to actually sell a listing. All right. It's one thing to be able to talk the talk and actually go in there and get a listing appointment and, have a great presentation and get the listing signed. But if you can't actually deliver the goods, if you can't actually sell the listing, you're stuck. This is where your career pretty much tops out at, and you'll never move forward in your real estate career. All right, finally, the other thing that happens is you're not building your brand. All right, you don't build your brand. If you don't learn how to sell the listing and really promote your listing yourself, you're not building your brand. You're helping build their brand. Okay. All right. So with that, let's go ahead and jump into let's give you a crash course on this number one skill. All right. Big thing is it needs to be easy. It needs to be something so that after we do it once, we can do it again and again and again. It needs to be quick and easy. That's the big barrier here. It needs to have something so that have a really quick flow after we do it the first time. All right. So let's give a listing promotion example. All right. Let's say you go to this listing appointment, you get it closed, you get it signed, and you win the listing. All right. High five. You got the listing. What I want you to do next is do a really quick walkthrough of the property and get your phone and create a small video of that property. All right. Go to the front of the house, take some very, very raw pictures of the front of the house, the backyard, the kitchen, the living room. If the property has a really nice view, take a picture of the view. Right. Next thing is I need you to write a property description. All right. If you're good at writing, write a good one. All right. If you're not good at writing, get onto somewhere like Fiverr or Upwork or any of those. And there's a lot of people up there that will write really, really beautiful property descriptions. Even if the property is an ugly property, they'll write really compelling property descriptions. Get a good property description written for yourself. Okay. Next thing what you're going to do is you're going to set up a really simple advertising campaign. Okay. Now, if you're brand new to this, I know a lot of agents get really scared of advertising. Okay. Look, if you know how to use Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, if you know how to use any of those, you're going to be able to do this really simple. Okay. It's really simple. All right. The first thing I want you to do is you're going to go ahead and start defining a buyer profile. So, get yourself a pen and paper, a little pad of paper, and start to develop a profile of who you think will more than likely buy your property. All right. First thing is the age range. Let's say you have a listing let's say you have a $500,000 listing. All right. Who is your buyer profile? What's the age range? Obviously if it's that, rule of thumb is that they're not going to be, a 23-year-old. You're going to be looking at someone 45 and up. The next thing is you're going to look at income levels. And this kind of correlates with the age range. All right. If you have, let's say, a listing that's $150,000, right? Well, it's a great fit for a first-time home buyer. Well, the income level doesn't have to be that high in order for them to get qualified for a loan, right? They're going to need the mortgage for that loan. So have an idea of the income levels because this is going to come in handy in the next step when we start actually targeting. All right. Next thing is have a really good understanding of whether this buyer is going to be coming from locally, or are they going to be relocating? All right. So if let's say your listing is in a market that's somewhere in a secluded area, maybe you're up in the mountains somewhere or you're on an island, well, then you're going to have to be promoting your property outside because most of the time those buyers are going to have to be relocating in. But let's say you're in a suburb. Let's say you're in a suburb of, let's say Las Vegas or something, right? Or San Antonio. And your listing is, let's say, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. All right, what you're going to end up getting people who are local, right? A family that is just upgrading. So you're going to have a local buyer. So again, this whole step right here is just to define what your buyer profile will be. All right. Okay. Next thing you should do is create a bridge page. All right. Now you guys probably heard this term online. It's all the craze right now. But if you've ever heard the term bridge page, opt-in page, squeeze page, landing page, they're all pretty much the same thing. Really what they're really simple pages that require you to give your name and email, possibly a phone number first before we send you over to get all the other information, all the full information. Okay, so one of the things that you hear me talk a lot about is the buyer journey. And this right here is one of the biggest mistakes I see new agents and a lot of established agents use is they don't have bridge pages. Okay, when they start promoting their properties, they send them straight over to the property listing page with all the information. Can't tell you how big of a mistake that is. You're leaving a lot of money on the table, and what you're doing when a bridge page, what it does is it collects a lead. Well, depending on the listing, right, on the price point of the listing, and I've done this again. I've been doing this for about 10 years already, and I've generated over 100,000 leads in that time, and we've been able to pull out trends. The higher the price point, the longer the longer the shopping and the research phase. Okay, we call it a buyer journey. Okay, because that's really what it is. It's a buyer journey, right? Someone is on a journey to the point where they actually get to the point where they're going to buy. All right, by creating bridge pages and collecting a lead allows you to attach yourself to that buyer, right? Allows you to follow up with them in the future. So creating a bridge page is super, super important. Plus, it also filters out all the people that are just, looky-loos and tire kickers, and they're not really serious about the home. All right? You're going to be creating two of them. You're going to create a coming soon page, which is really for the listing before it actually hits the MLS. Okay? That's why we call it the pre-MLS. You're also going to create another one that is for a just listed. So once it hits the MLS, the page just looks a little different, but it's pretty much the same thing. All right? Okay, and after that, then what you're going to be doing is you're going to actually promote that bridge page. Now, I like to promote it on AdWords display. Now, AdWords is a Google property. It's an advertising network that Google owns. And AdWords display are going to be those banner ads that you see on your phone, on your mobile apps, that you see them on the sidebars. They follow you around everywhere. But the big thing is that AdWords allows us to target in-market audiences. In other words, a home buyer that has been identified to be shopping for real estate. In other words, we know that they are shopping for real estate and they are in market, all right, which is huge because it allows us, when we put our ads there, it allows us to make sure that we're not wasting any of our ad dollars, right? It's being targeted only to those people. And really, we're getting the most bang for our advertising buck. And the next thing I do is I like to throw in AdWords search. So we've all done this. Let's say you're in Sedona real estate for homes for sale, or Austin homes for sale, or Kansas City homes for sale, or 79912 homes for sale. Those, every time you do a Google search for those, in those first 3 or 4 results, and you see the little ad buttons next to them, what that is, those are AdWords search ads. Okay, and if you do this correctly, and you use your bridge page and you put them there, you can get really, really high intention ads. Okay. I put optional here because while they are very powerful, depending on your market, they can actually be really expensive depending on the market you're in. If you're in a very competitive market, those can be pretty expensive, but if you have the budget, absolutely throw that into the mix. Next thing that I recommend is using something like Facebook. Now, Facebook, if you would have asked me about a year ago, Facebook would have been number 1 on my list. But they got in trouble about a year ago, and they took away a lot of the options that allowed you to target in-market audiences. We can no longer target someone that we know is for sure in-market, ready to buy a home. Rather, we can only make really strong assumptions, right? So that's why I put it as number 3 on my list. But nonetheless, Facebook will, if it's done right, you can still generate a ton of leads off of this. Actually, of all of the options, you will generate the highest volume of leads on Facebook. But again, we are not for sure. We can't establish how high of an intent they do have. All right. Now, if you have a buyer journey, if you're using a sales funnels and you have buyer journeys already set up, this is great to ensure that you can fill up your sales pipeline in the future. So definitely use Facebook ads. Next thing is, remember that video I had you film at the very beginning? Well, this is where I want you to put that on YouTube. Put that on YouTube. Again, don't give away the price or the exact location, but definitely run this on YouTube. Because YouTube is a Google product, it will allow you to target the in-market home buyers. All right? Okay, so that's pretty much it for our simple advertising campaign. And, well, let's see what the takeaway is. Well, obviously the takeaway is what this allows us to do is to build our number 1 skill. Guys, if you're in this, all right, and if you're in this for the long haul, okay, eventually, you're going to have to deliver the goods and actually know how to sell a listing. And that's why I call this the number 1 skill. If you master this, you will be, accelerating your real estate career. You'll be moving forward. If you don't master this, you'll constantly be stuck here. All right, and the truth is you can't fail at this too many times, because if you fail at this a lot, eventually in the future homeowners are not going to trust you they're not going to trust letting you list their property. All right. Next thing is you need to keep it simple. All right. In order for this to work, we need to be able to promote a property quickly. Maybe this whole process should be able to be done in under 30 minutes or less. And in order to do that, we have to have a system. All right. If you have a system, use things like templates. All right. Templates are great. I use a lot of templates in the way I do this because we systemize it. All right. By having a system is going to be the ace up your sleeve for the next time you guys have a property that you need to promote. All right. So that's the lesson here. That's why I tell you that you can, if you master this and get away from buying these prepackaged lead packages over here with these big giants, the Zillow, the Realtor.com, the Trulia, the Redfin, and this is your number one skill. If you guys can master that, you guys are well on your way to having a really, really good real estate career. Okay, once again, if you guys know of anyone who would benefit from this, please share this video. My name is Abel Macias, the Bootstrap Rainmaker, and you guys keep on rainmaking. All right, see you guys on the next video. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for your interest in this video. If you guys are ready to go more in depth into listing promotion, go ahead and check out and get access to my free listing promotion training guide. Okay, you guys won't regret it. For more videos here on YouTube, check out our playlist for everything to do with listing promotions. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you guys can get notified of the next training. See you guys on the next one.